This message is for older seasoned entrepreneurs, 45 and up, even mid to low 40s can benefit from this as well. The landscape of business has changed. We all know this, right? But we have dramatically changed from the landscape we knew several years ago. So we are decades removed from 5 years ago. Even if 5 years ago was 5 years ago, in the business world of advancements, it's about 40 years. Meaning, what you did 5 years ago, even 10 years ago, to make it in business is not what you can do today and make it. For example, the technology that has emerged throughout the years has really revolutionized the way business is handled. And not just in some kind of ancillary way or optional way, it has done it in a necessary way. You cannot have marketing without utilizing technology, right? Even the marketing companies have to utilize technology. In your business, if you're doing marketing, you have to utilize technology. Now, it's a little bit unfair because there are people who are just not technologically inclined. You got blue collar workers, you got people that work with their hands, tradesmen, guys that are doing pressure washing or HVAC services, or even plumbers, landscapers, tree cutting, domestic services, janitorial, house cleaning, even dog walking. Those are really technical. I'm sorry. There are uh, trades industries that many times the founder is not left and right brain, so they're not really locked into analytical, which a lot of technology is an analytical practice, and that has become unfair. Now, business is not fair; it is unfair, um, but in a way that's really visceral, where in order for seasoned entrepreneurs to make it now, they have to tap into whether marketing agencies tap into becoming technical or tap into a younger audience to handle some tasks for you. Back in the day when you marketed, you were just handing out business cards, handing out flyers, maybe putting flyers on telephone poles, that type of stuff. And that's just not where we are today. And not just that technology has came on the scene to assist, technology has come on the scene to replace. Just replace the way we did business, the way we did everything. Who knew smartphones would be such an integrated part of running business and finding customers, and no one thought bypassing the producers or the salespeople at traditional media would really be a thing. But we're here. We're here now. And the older businesses, many of the older businesses, I don't want you to be too hard on yourself and looking at the success of other seasoned entrepreneurs. I'm going to tell you now that seasoned entrepreneurs that already had their following, already had their foothold in their industry, in the market, and have strong market shares, they can handle shifting their existing clients if they have to at all, but they can handle the curve that it will take to shift them to being a digital customer or having digital offerings. And they can also absorb the cost and the curve in acquiring new customers. Because while they're trying to acquire new customers, the older customers already know where to find them. They found them in a networking event or a radio ad, a TV ad, or in the phone book. They already found them, so they're already doing business with them. Today, many of those companies would not make it. Many of the companies that are maybe restaurants such as maybe Krispy Kreme or Dunkin' Donuts, or maybe some of the local smaller shops or businesses that's just been around for a long time. What they did to get customers back then, they cannot do today. So if if you're just starting your journey or just starting to get out there, do not be so hard on yourself because the market has just simply changed. I can go into very, very technical parts of business that you may not have even known existed. It's beyond algorithms. It's when we're talking about certain filters for emails that your emails can't get delivered, or if your email is not configured properly with things like DKIM, things like that. You're not gonna get your emails delivered, seen, and once you're seen as a spam or mass marketing email, or your domain, it gets blacklisted and you can never email that company again because the server now blocks you out. That is a major problem for a company that you may not even know exists. So you're still trying to send out mass marketing, or how you acquired your emails were certainly different. The content that you're putting in the email triggers certain spam blockage filters at companies and at service providers that says that even if it may not be spam, even it may be that your customer has to engage with you, that they see it as spam because you're now, the way you're writing the content just is not the same. When people do question-based advertising, I've taught that many times in classes, that you cannot do question-based advertising. It disqualifies, because a lot of times it's a yes or no, right? So you do yes or no, you're going to just disqualify people. You say, are you suffering with XYZ? Well, you just divided your market, because if they say no, then your ad is irrelevant, right? So your ad should really be more based on, you are suffering with XYZ, and let me tell you why. Or if you don't know you're suffering with XYZ, these are the problems that you're going to encounter. Those are the type of things and the type of content that you have to put out, whether in your emails or in your marketing, that kind of stuff, because you're going to get spam. And those are just getting down in the weeds. I can get down in the weeds because I came from a technological background. So my background is technology. I was a network engineer, studied business. All my degrees are in business. So I can kind of speak on both sides of the coin, whether it's creative or analytical. But I know there are a lot of businesses that we work with, they simply do not operate that same way. And in today's market, you're going to get left behind. So you simply need to, like I said, one of multiple things: bring new people on, learn the technology yourself, or you're going to really just find yourself losing market share rapidly and going out of business. So all the entrepreneurs, I want you to understand it's time to switch the way you think, switch the way you operate, get the help you need. Don't be too hard on yourself. Many businesses that exist now would not make it in this climate. You're not alone. You can make it happen. If you really need help, find consultants, find classes, and don't just run to AI. AI is a diplomatic platform. It works really well as an assistant, but you have to have the knowledge in order to make that assistant work. It's like bringing on an employee. Now you need to tell them what your policies and procedures are and how you do things. You got to train them in order to assist you. So just kind of keep that in mind as well. AI is not just the answers to everything, but it's a good tool to use. But don't think that it's going to just magically give you all the answers you need if you don't have the right questions in your mind to ask or the right directives to give. So again, it is a different market, it's a different climate, it's a different time for businesses. And I'm still going to continue to watch the landscape to see where we go and where things emerge. But it is a different time for businesses. And what we're finding is a lot of younger talent with technology but no business experience getting the business. And those who are older, seasoned, and have all the experience in the world but have no technology, you're not getting business. So that's it for now. I wish you guys luck, and you can make it happen. You just got to get out there and shift the way you think and tap in to certain resources in order to make it fly. Talk to you next time.